Hey everybody, it's Karina with Karina Loves to Plan. Welcome back to my channel. I wanted to film a quick video about this because I've had a chance within the last few months to try a few lower cost pens. Some of these are what we call dupes or inspired by other models, but some are pens that are on the lower price range. And when I take a look at the pens in my collection, over the years, I've gone from wanting to have as many pens as possible to really curating my collection, where some pens I'd rather spend that much money for one rather than have five of another. So I wanted to focus on this category, which are the pens under $50. And this is $50 US that I am talking about. So the first pen, well, even before I get into that, the reason that I wanted to get into this was because I know that for those who are starting out in the hobby, fountain pens and the price of fountain pens can be really intimidating. And I wanted to do this video because I wanted to highlight that having a certain price point doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to have a certain type of experience with a pen. So a higher price point does not always equate to a better experience. So there are three pens that I'm going to highlight in this price range that are really my favorites in this price range. The first being the Pilot Kakuno. And this one is a special edition one, so it is a little higher price than the regular Pilot Kakunos. This is in the Mataromi pink, so it was a special edition that came out this year, and I love the dusty pink. But what's different about this particular model is that instead of the, I say, regular steel nib, this is a gold plated Kakuno nib. It's still a steel nib, but it's actually gold plated. So all the other Pilot Kakunos have a steel nib, but the Mataromi series have the gold plated. And when I say gold plated, it means that it's got the gold color. That doesn't mean it's actually a gold nib. But what I love about the Pilot Kakuno is that it's such a great price point. You can either use it with cartridges, or if you really want to torture yourself, you can use the Pilot Con 40, which, you know, many people have very strong views about, or you can actually put a Pilot Con 70 in here. That's one of the reasons why I love the Pilot Kakuno, is because the fact that you can either put a cartridge or shell out the extra money for a Con 70 and get a much better ink capacity. But the thing that makes this pen stand out at its price point is that nib. Just look at that nib. Beautiful. Absolutely stunning nib. The writing experience with the Pilot Kakuno is, for me, like I can't, well, for the price point, it's one of the best at this price point. If you were to get a, I say, clear one or any of the regular editions, I'm looking at the price right now online at Atlas, and it's $14.30. That does not include the converter, but it does include a cartridge. And what I normally do with those cartridges is that I empty it out with a syringe and then use that to refill it with my ink. Or you could shell out the extra money for the Pilot Con 70 converter. But for that price point, $14.30, it's a fantastic writer. It's comfortable in the hand and it's pretty. Now, these ones, the Mataromi series, I bought this off of AliExpress, and this was 30 Canadian dollars. And yes, I'm paying a little bit more of a premium for the color, but it's a Pilot Kakuno. It writes well. It's beautiful. That is the first one out of the lineup that I enjoy for less than $50. The next one that I really enjoy, or one of my favorites in the under $50 price range, the Jinhao 10. I mean, were you surprised by this one? Were you surprised by me picking this one? No, because this one is just, I talked about this pen so much in its review. And yes, it is inspired by or a dupe of the Pilot Vanishing Point. And it does have some drawbacks, but for the price, it is fantastic. On Amazon, you can purchase this for $20. Now I know on AliExpress it's slightly cheaper, but if you purchase this off of AliExpress in Canada, this would be, let me just take a look at the pricing here. Oh, okay. AliExpress, for Canadian dollars, it's $21.23 is what I'm seeing now, but it does take a while to ship. So if you wanted to pay a little bit more through Amazon, you do get it quicker. But what I love about the Jinhao 10 is that, one, it comes in a bunch of colors. Yes, I have 4. I know, I have 4. And I said I didn't want to buy things just to have a lot of them, but now I have 4 because the colors are pretty. But what I love about these is that I don't have to worry about them. If I take them out and about with me, oh, sorry. If I take them out and about with me in my purse, and I don't have to worry if I break one or lose one because it's not a $200 Pilot vanishing point. Saying that, I mean, I love my Pilot vanishing point with its extra fine nib, but I would be heartbroken, absolutely heartbroken, if I lost this, because this extra fine nib was also tuned and tuned and smoothed by Kirk Spear. So it's worth more than the $200. But these, if these get lost, not a big deal. But they also come in so many different colors. And for anybody who ever did want to try a Pilot vanishing point, Jinhao is a great price point to try it at, to see if the way that the clip is with your fingers and the way you grip your pen, is that going to work for you? And it's easier or less risk financially to purchase a Jinhao 10 than it is to purchase a $200 Pilot vanishing point. And with the cost of the limited edition colors of the Pilot vanishing point being upwards of like $300 and so on, being able to get really cute colors at this price point is also a big bonus, which is why I have 4. But I'll remove these for now. Now, one of the drawbacks that I will say about the Jinhao 10 is the fact that the little door here does not have the tightest seal, so there is some evaporation that happens with this. But again, for the price point, I'm not going to complain too much, because for what I get out of that price point, I'm really happy with it. So, second pen under $50 that I really enjoy, the Jinhao 10. And last but not least, I am putting this pen in this category, and I'm surprised that I'm putting it in this category because this was a pen that I did not want in my collection for a good couple of years until it reintroduced itself into my life last year because of the colors. It is the Twsbi Eco, and this is in the cream rose gold, and this is just at the cusp of $50. On Atlas Stationers, it's currently at $49.99. Now, regularly, Twsbi Ecos run at about $32.99. And those are at the regular colors, but the special editions, like the ones with the bronze or the rose gold trim, are slightly higher, so right under the $50 price point. But what I love about this is, one, I mean, the color, but 2, this is also such a great entry-level pen for its price point, because if this is something that you wanted to try, or like a piston fill like this, you wanted to try it firsthand, Twsbi is such a great economical option for that. And I mean, isn't it just aesthetically pleasing to be able to see the ink sloshing around in there? But also, the nibs that I have on the 3 Twsbi Ecos I have are fantastic. They're really good, and they're a great writing experience. So again, there's so many plus sides to this, and there's a lot of people who, for less than $50, it's such a great pen to have, but also it's a great price point for if you want to collect a whole bunch of colors as well. Like, for example, I know Ink Splatter Amanda B, she has... Amanda B, do you have every single Twsbi Eco that's out there? And it's, again, one of those pens where, for the amount of engineering that goes into a pen, it is at a fantastic price point. And Twsbi comes out with so many different colors and great colors in their Eco. I think the feedback that they get is that a lot of people, excuse me, a lot of people wish that they could do those same colors in, you know, the Diamond 580, for example. But I think that could also possibly drive up the price point of the 580. But for this price point, between the $30 and just under the $50 mark, this is a really great pen. And it's funny, when I look at these 3 pens, what I like them for is one, definitely the price point, but two, the writing experience. I wouldn't talk about pens under this price point if I didn't like the way they wrote. And I mean, for this, the Jinhao 10, I didn't even actually go into this. The Jinhao 10, for its price point, also writes really well. It's a really smooth nib. You can get it in an extra fine or a fine, and I got both of mine in an extra fine. The extra fine on this is more like a Western extra fine, and it writes, the ones that I have, writes really well, really smooth. I know there's a few out there that have had bad experiences with Jinhao 10s, and I do apologize. Well, I apologize that you've had a bad experience with that. I feel like it's kind of touch and go with these, but I recommend these. One, not just because of the price point, but two, they are actually great writers. And if budget is something that you are worried about when it comes to the experience of fountain pens, I don't think you should let the price point deter you from being able to try the fountain pen hobby. I love these three pens. They write extremely well. Now, no, they're not going to be the same nib as a Pilot Vanishing Point, for example. I'm not saying that it is, but for its price point, they are amazing writers. And you will, in terms of financial risk, you're not losing out on anything at this price point. All right, that is it for me for this video. I felt like it was very chatty and all over the place. But what are your favorite should I edit that out or just keep that in? What are your favorite pens under the $50 price point? Let me know in the comments below. All right, but that is it for me. Thank you all so much for watching. If you like this video, please leave me a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks again and have yourselves a great day.